Alright, so in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a few hints to solve the assignments that I just provided, and I think that this is also a good way to see some of the features that we haven't yet seen. And the first one would be this manage tab that you have over here, and let's take a look. I click on this and you can see that there are a lot of intents over here. So we have already seen the welcome intent, and I don't know if we explicitly saw the negative intent, but you know that this is similar to the fallback. And you can also see that these are the kind of intents that you should have in your agent as you are trying to build out the all the intents for the assignment. Let's just take a quick look at one of the things, which is what can I get, right? That was one of the things that we were trying to implement the first assignment, and you can see that the what can I get intent has only training phrases. And remember that the CX has this notion of separating out the training phrases from the responses because it's a state machine, as you know, right? So you only have the training phrases in the intents in CX, which means that what you see here is merely the words or the phrases that the user can say, but we don't really know what the response is going to be because that's going to be based on the current state and what we want the bot to do. And in fact, that's the the big, I guess, the special feature of CX, because it allows us to reuse these intents. And now let's say if I were to go and look at give me Snickers, you just see that I have these three phrases: give me Snickers, give me a Snickers, and give me a Snickers bar. And you can have other training phrases too. You don't have to limit yourself to just three. The idea is that you're going to give all the variants that the user might use. You're going to add that into the list of training phrases, right? So this is something like what you should have once you have completed your assignment. And the other thing that I want to show you is just take a look at what the intents might be inside of these different states. Okay, so you have the start state, and you can see that there are all these intents. What is my balance? Add a quarter. What can I get? Give me Snickers, give me Twix, give me Kit Kat, return my balance. All of them should be a part of that state, and you should in fact have the same set of intents in the state 25 also. Add a quarter, what's my balance, what can I get, and so on. And in fact, you should also have the same set of intents in state 50 and 75. So this is why the CX is such a, I guess, a big improvement over Dialogflow ES, because you just define these intents over here and you are able to reuse. For example, you could have used give me Kit Kat in all the different states. You have the give me Kit Kat intent in state start, you have it in this state 25, and you have it in state 50, right? And you also have it in the state 75. And I didn't have to re-type out the training phrases again. I just used the training phrase. And I'll just give you one more hint here. If you are in state 75 and you ask for Kit Kat, once the agent has completed the response, which is okay, here is a Kit Kat, your remaining balance is 0 cents, you have to remember to transition to the start state. Now in contrast, let's say that you were in state 50 and you asked for a Kit Kat, you will see that here the agent is supposed to say your balance must be at least 75 cents to buy a Kit Kat, and we know that it's not 75 cents because we are in state 50, right? And your current balance is only 50 cents. And also notice that it doesn't do any state transition or page transition because it's not done anything. It's not going to change its state because all it did is refuse to provide the product to the user, which means that it's as if it came back to the same state. So it's just something that you need to think about, because not all the intents will have to trigger page transitions. It will only trigger a page transition where it makes sense, because something happened to the total balance which is available. So that's the set of hints. And if you still find that you are not able to build out the assignment, the bot as I've specified in the assignments, the other thing you can do is you can take a look at my Dialogflow CX beta course, and I will tell you that it's a paid course. So you have to pay to get this course, but the bots file, that is the blob file that you can use for importing this agent, will be available in this Dialogflow CX beta course, so that you can just import it into your Dialogflow CX console, and maybe you can see what you might have missed.